Dude, we're having to rough house these guys this week because they're out of control. All they want to do is talk about hardcore stuff, like hardcore fishing. Because that's what we're all about. We're all about hardcore crappie fishing. These guys been down kind of looking for different places just to sharpen their skills. And Lance been going to the basketball game like me. But let's get right to it. Prespawn. Talk about prespawn. You can start. Prespawn. Where are they going to go? What are they going to look for?
Well, the water is approaching 60 degrees. I think around here it's 52, 53. So in the next few days, if we can get some warm nights, we're going to be looking at 55. So we do have a few males already moving up from what I hear. There's a lot of fish being caught shallow right now. And the males are up shallow and the females are still staged out a little bit for the pre-spawn. So, it's coming on fast.
Talk about the pre-spawn. How does that work, Payton? Males come in first, females come second.
Yeah, males usually go in first. If I'm going to fish the bank or something, I'll look for black slate first. So
warms up the quickest.
Get sun on it. You'll find a lot of at 55 degrees. You'll find the black males, black crappie up there first, and then the females will move in not long after that. And then your white crappie will go in at 60, and you can catch them on the bank all the way to 65 degrees.
Wow!
So, like yesterday? Yeah, we went, and the males down south are already on the banks. The females are staging out in the main channel still. We caught them anywhere from 8 foot of water to 35 foot of water. Yeah. They're just sitting there waiting. They were all females, but all the males were on the bank. Everybody was fishing the banks down there and catching the males. So, and it was 60, and that's all white crappie.
Wow. So what happens with spider rigging that time of year?
I
still change, or do you go deeper water, maybe 6 foot?
6 foot, is that 3.5?
Yeah, 6 to 5 foot instead of 4.
I actually fixed 13 the other day, 13 foot.
Yeah.
I still just focus where up feeder creeks or on main river flats, and I usually just stay out deep. I'm not ever targeting the banks. But I hear lately I've been catching a lot of males, not very many females. It's mostly males out there still deep, and they might be in 6 foot of water, but I haven't caught a lot of females. I've caught a lot of males, and there's a few females, but the males are just really.
Did you catch more females the other day when you're 13?
Really? Most of them were. I think I had. I'm talking about the good quality females. Yeah. I had one good quality female. The other two they kind of looked kind of puny, but they didn't look as healthy. But the males were good, healthy ones, 13 and a half inch fat males, really feeding up. Their bellies were full of shad. But I mostly still stay out off the bank, the first break, basic. It might be in 6 foot.
Up on the flat.
Up on the flat. I don't really ever go on the bank.
When you do start catching the big females, then I know it's closer to time.
Yeah.
So when they move in on you?
Yeah, when they move in, it'll be when I start catching females, it might be all females and maybe one male.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. That's how it usually goes.
It's really crazy too how that goes. Of course, as you start in your pre-spawn, and then it does start getting to the point that a few are starting to do the thing, and then it seems like there's a 2-week lapse there that's dead.
Yeah.
It's just almost impossible to get a fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like, and then that second run starts in on that rest of that pre-spawn for the white crappie and the other ones, closer to 60, 65.
Right. So that's probably, what do you say, date-wise?
I'd say in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
2 to 3 weeks. That's when they'll start.
Oh, yeah.
If the nights stay 50 degrees or better at night for the next 2 or 3 weeks with 60 plus during the day, it'll warm that water up fast. Them warm nights is what Like,
So you're looking end of March.
Yeah.
Is usually
end of March.
always
If
April.
the weather stays like this, the end of March for sure is going
Because
to be.
like this
But
weekend, I
we got a
think
29-degree low Sunday morning. You know?
yeah, I was going to say it's supposed to be like 30 degrees Sunday. So
that ain't going to last long.
No.
no,
But
but it'll cool that water.
And plus you got rain.
That cools that water down. That sets that water back a day
Yeah.
on warm water.
Right.
But we'll have for sure the start of April is in general. If you're
Traditionally, it's
writing
been
it
the start.
down on Beaver Lake and,
Right.
and the Ozarks,
There's males already on the bank here,
right?
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
they're ready to go. They're,
One
I know
male
people
one
is-
male I caught last trip, it started kind of darkening. It had a little bit more of a darker tint.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It wasn't like black, but you
I
could,
talked to
could
a
tell
guy
when I was
yesterday.
cleaning
It's
it.
catching them in 2 to 3 foot of water right now
Yeah.
on beaver.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about what lures you're going to throw. We'll let you go first, Greg. What lures
Well,
are you going to throw?
I still like the slab hunter. I've
Are you going to cast it? What are you going to do with it?
either way I got to do. If I need to pitch it out there, I've even fished that with a bobber before. I mean, it's that slab hunter is just getting to be one of my favorite baits. It's all.
You should have brought one to
It's,
show it.
Yeah,
Don't have one in your
don't think I
pocket?
have any in the truck. But yeah, it's I mean, it's only a 2 1/4 inch bait. It's just got a big bulky body, and it is just such a versatile bait. I mean, a lot of people are using 2 1/4 inch swim R's, which I like as well. But I just like that bulky bait. If I'm brush pile fishing and the bite isn't real good on the slab hunter, I will step down to that swim R on brush piles when I'm fishing brush piles and stuff. It seems like in the brush, say like in the tighter brush, when they're tight in the brush, they like a little bit smaller profile, thinner bait, where otherwise it don't matter. The boat, I mean, you're the same way, I think, aren't you, on the slab slayer?
Yeah.
Aren't you getting our slab hunter?
Well, I mean, the last 2 weeks we went to, that's what we caught them on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they wanted.
It
White
was
and
funny.
chartreuse.
It was funny Saturday. We went to New Water and we get down there and this one guy he's seen Payton catch a 2-pounder and he's fishing these brush piles. Well, then he gets his live scope out and he's starting going through. Did you see that bait he's throwing? I mean, it's like a
They're throwing bass baits.
bass bait, kind of almost like a Kitech, I guess.
They're all throwing.
And I mean, that's what they
Really?
started throwing them.
Wow.
And they were catching a few small ones. And the one guy finally, it was really interesting because the one gentleman, he was watching this and trying to learn because he wasn't even fishing much. And he finally come over and he asked about her being imposed. We was using the blue diamonds.
Yep.
And he was asking about that, and then he asked about the bait. Mm-hmm. And then, so in the end of the day, when we took out of the water, he'd left before us. And then when we got to the ramp, he was still sitting there waiting for us to
come in.
We talked to him for probably 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
It was really a good time.
He had to come over and look at the poles and take pictures.
And so he had, at the end of the day, he's ordering B&M poles, and he was ordering slab hunters.
There you go.
It was interesting.
Are you using the same lures then? Or are you switching up, maybe trying to attack some black crappie?
Well, the other day I switched over to baby shad, and I used 60 different colors. And like, these fish are just not wanting it. And then I pulled out that white slab hunter.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
pearl
a
white.
Pearl white slab hunter. And I first cast out there, bam, they nailed it. And I was like, well, I guess they just want big baits in. So I just threw that the rest of the day.
Right.
So then we got down to the Arkansas River and white and chartreuse.
And everybody at the ramp saying, June bug pearl chartreuse, it's hottest bait on the lake.
They couldn't even see it. They wouldn't even look at it.
And we started out with, he started out with June bug. I had Green Lantern. And
Water's
they wouldn't
dingy because it's river water.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't even look at it. And as soon as I threw down, I picked up that white chartreuse and put it on. As soon as I threw it out, bam. I was
and
like,
then
all right,
I
here we go.
started, and I started with the pearl white when you started blue. So I threw pearl white for half the day, and then it finally got to where I had to put white chartreuse on. It was really funny. I mean, it's funny how the color is on that.
You change size of your minnows?
I've been going a little bit bigger here lately.
Bigger. Well, they've been throwing bigger ones. So
I have been.
That makes you
bigger
think
lately.
What
like
else you been doing behind the gills?
Yeah, no,
You
yeah.
put
Oh
the
yeah.
slab jab on?
you hooking them
Yeah, I've been doing that too.
Did you?
I did that too.
between the gills.
It's
Going
kind of
this way,
I'm
or
just
you?
going down the side of the
So
body.
you
just
didn't
go
hear
down
that yet?
You didn't hear that story?
You
No,
start out
tell
there,
it to me.
start there at the gill and go out down the side.
It was good. Tell me
we
what
got
happened.
time. I'll tell it. So
We got time.
we were fishing. Me and him, we went fishing
2 weeks
About
ago.
about 2
weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago. You know, Sunday after church, met him at the ramp. You know, and we said, let's go in here and see if we can just go. If we can go, so we go Feeder Creek. We're in there, and you know, Greg's up 10 to my 1, basically. I'm just like, what's the deal? I mean, why is he catching all the
Wasn't
fish?
rubbing it in.
Yeah. but plus, you know, you got to remember, I was fishing handicap. With the stitches in my finger.
Yeah, that's right. You had your finger all
So-
messed up.
Anyway, so we're like, I'm like, what's going on here? And but the bite's slow in there. And I'm like, let's just go on out. We'll get on the main flat, see if we can find them out there. We don't got them. Let's go on home. I'm tired. I don't want to sit out here all day trying to pry these fish. Because I was getting kind of mad. I was like, why is he catching all the fish? And so we get out there on that flat, and you know, I start catching some, and then his poles are just like slamming down. Now my poles are just kind of like little weak little sets, you know. And I'm like, you know, and finally I caught him, and he's like putting that slab jam on his mitt. slab jam on his
On
mitt.
live bait.
On live bait.
And I was like, you've been doing that the whole time.
I mean, they'd slam it.
Slam jam,
Yeah.
slamming it.
I mean,
So-
I first did it thinking, you know, this is gonna be a joke, but I'm gonna try it. So I had my buck and bass jacket, the little red one, and I had a bottle of it in the coat pocket. It was kind of cool, and
Yeah, it
I
was
put
cold.
my hand in there, and
I even noticed it at the ramp.
I just put it. So I started putting it on just the top bait as I would do, and like you said, we'd be going along. Boom! I mean, it'd pull the rod tip and all down. You get him, stick him, and then I thought, well, I'm gonna put it on the bottom, you know, and so then next thing I was just putting it on 2 poles, this one and the
And
third
we
one,
started putting them on all
first
of
one
them.
and number 2, and so finally I go, I just started putting it on, and I was catching them on all the poles, and I did. I had him down bad. He was having a rough time.
I had to catch up. I caught up though.
But the funny thing is, you just stick it under the gill plate of the minnow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of work.
I just started
I
right there
just
at the
started-
gill plate and go about halfway down his body.
I just started sliding it
Pitch it
down.
out
I just
there.
slide it down. I just started sliding down the side. But no, I've been doing a little bit bigger minnows, but it's a walleye. I'm trying to catch another walleye.
Right.
Trying to catch another walleye.
Toothy critter.
Yeah. So
It's
I've been kind of stepping up, not like Guy Jant, but you know, a little bit bigger.
But that shows that scent does work.
Yes.
yeah.
So if you have a lot of followers that aren't biting your baits, use a scent. So
Yeah.
a huge believer in it. I used it
I did.
yesterday.
And you're using
We used it a little bit yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, they were all marinated with my special sauce. So
I know about said though, and
Yeah, the slab
outside
jam.
of that, we put it on there a little bit.
Yeah.
Slab jam, not much.
So you're using slab jam. Anything else? Slab
Well,
jam.
we
Yeah.
use all my tackle trays. Payton makes a
I call it
sauce,
big
piece
marinade.
sauce,
There you go.
and
Does it go good on ham and cheese too?
yeah.
All right.
It doesn't taste too bad.
But we put it in either the bag
Okay.
or in the tackle trays,
Right.
and we just put a drip or 2 every so often on the baits. So it's already got it on
Marinades.
there.
So I call it marinade, bait marinade,
So we already got it on ours when we pitch
and
them in
it
the water.
works.
There you go. And so I use slab sauce,
Yeah,
which
Yes.
is Ed Moses stuff. It has an applicator pen type thing on it. I used that down in Mississippi for a little bit too.
You've been using it here?
Yeah, I've been using
Little
it
bit?
here. A little bit.
My nigga.
It's in my
When
pocket,
them
so it
fish
makes
come
it
up
easy.
and they're nosing it like that, if there's a little scent coming off of it, oh man, that just goes ahead and
Yeah.
makes them commit. It's
Yeah.
like smelling a steak.
And now we know you're going to
Yeah, I
marinate your
Yeah.
like just marinate the whole water that they're swimming in. Then you wouldn't have to apply it. You just go like, here we go, honey. Just roll it in there. Barbecue.
Probably take that gold hook, just put it on there, get it all nice and sticky.
Yeah. There you go.
But yeah, that's proved me there. He smoked me there for a little while. And
where can they get your marinade?
They can just get it through just message me on Facebook and I sell it through there.
All right. And Slab Jam.
You get that through lurenet.com or Bass Pro carries it.
Yeah, Bass Pro carries it.
It's in. It's kind of hard to find in some of the Bass Pro shops instead of having it.
It's with all the scent now.
Yeah, it's with the scent rather than being with their lures. So.
All right. And Ed's you can get off crappie.com. So that makes it easy enough. Yeah. So you can go there and he's got it on the internet too, so you can check that out. But that takes us to, if you had one place to fish pre-spawn, where are you going? Where are you going?
Crickets.
What'd you say?
I said it's crickets.
Crickets.
Yeah.
You don't have to say specifically where you're going. You're supposed to give a location if you're going secondary points, primary points.
Pre-spawn, I'm going to be off that black slate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of black slate in Beaver.
Yeah.
I'll be off it. I mean, if you're fishing for males, throw it the black slate. If you're not, be out there in that deeper water.
Get in the edge of get on them flats on the edge of the channel and the flats.
Yeah.
Unless you want fish bust piles, then you need to go bust piles.
Yeah. That's basically same. I just stay on the flats. I don't really change
the
up.
further you're going to go up on the flat, the more males you're going to get, and the closer to the edge of the channel is the more chance of a female.
The closer we get to that time, it don't matter where you stop in the rivers on a flat. You're going to go a little ways and you're going to see one.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're last couple, or if you're going down the bank, you're going to catch one because they're going to be there.
Going down the bank, I like using like a little grub.
Yeah.
And just putting a grub on just going down. Don't even have to need live scope. You just go down the bank and go,
I think
one little spot will be good. And then.
And any of them little stick ups, jig and bobbers.
Yeah.
I think we probably used a quart of fuel yesterday.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
There you go.
I mean,
we dropped a trolling motor at the boat ramp. And we caught a 235 in 15 minutes.
There you go.
Third pitch. I was like, seriously?
Well, now.
I let him catch it too. I was like, I caught the big one the other day. And I said, all right, Greg, go get that one here.
It was 235.
There's a 3-pounder underneath it. And I was going to get the 3-pounder after he got the 2 out of the way. She was big, boy. She just sitting there.
I've seen some 3-pounders lately.
They
big.
You know what they look like on the screen once you see one.
They big.
If I remember correctly, it was 235 by the Rapala scale.
Yeah.
And then when we got home, it was 250.
Yeah.
We didn't put no lead in its belly.
No, we didn't. And our scales was right.
So, yeah. It was, she had a big belly on her.
Yeah.
There you go.
Football. That's the plan, is to have one big one from every lake and have a little tag under it.
Yeah, so I've got
all the local lakes to show that all the lakes are producing good fish.
Yeah, I've got I'm having that one mounted. That'd be my big Arkansas fish so far.
Oh, nice.
And then I got the 298 from Kansas. That should be getting close to being ready. So
there you go, big fish. It's that time of year. You're going to go out there. You're going to catch some big crappie, and you know the reason why those guys are going out? Because they're hardcore. That's right, hardcore crappie fishing.